hello, and welcome to another edition of This Week in Don's Athletics. I'm your host, Pat Olson. We open up with men's soccer. The soccer team lost a 1-0 heartbreaker against the Santa Clara Broncos this past Thursday. They gave up the game's lone goal with less than 5 minutes to play in regulation, then bounced back and played to a draw against the St. Mary's Gales over in Moraga on Sunday. The Dons will now gear up for their final weekend in West Coast Conference play. They're at home this Friday. They'll entertain Gonzaga. That's a 7 o'clock kick at Negoesco Stadium. And then a noon start on Sunday against Portland here on the Hilltop for Senior Day. Here's head coach Eric Visser as he previews the weekend.
With 2 home games, coming up, we want to finish up strong. In our road trip at Portland and at Gonzaga, I thought we were very competitive. We lost 1-0 on a restart at Portland. We beat Gonzaga at Gonzaga. Our team is very, very committed to finish up the season on a strong note. So we're looking at 2 very strong performances at home Friday and Sunday of our team.
What about Sunday being Senior Day, final home game of the season? What does that mean to have the home crowd, and what does it mean for the seniors playing in their final regular season game?
Well, it's the college ritual. We've had a couple of young men, especially Brennan Rustland, who has been here with us for 4 years, has been a key component of our defense. And it's always, interesting after 4 years to see them grow up from young men to become men. And, especially Sunday with Brandon's parents there. We have George Martinez, who's a senior, and also Fred Locken. It'll be a very emotional day. Conference is really a grind. It's 12 tough games. It's 6 weekends, Friday, Sunday. Ending at home on a Friday, Sunday note, I think it's something that you always like. You look forward to. And as I said, our guys, no matter what, they've been battling the whole season long. Every weekend in conference we've been able to gain a point. They really haven't given up, and I think they're very committed to show the home fans that this is a team that's going to be really good in the next couple of years.
The volleyball team lost a 5-set heartbreaker against the Santa Clara Broncos this past Thursday. In fact, they lost the 5th and final set by only 2 points, but they bounced back nicely. They swept Gonzaga on Saturday, and now they will look ahead to a rematch against the Broncos. They'll play at Santa Clara down in the South Bay this Thursday at 6 o'clock. Then they are back home on Saturday for a 1 o'clock start against nationally ranked Pepperdine. We spoke with outside hitter Alicia Cox and libero Becky Kapilovic, and they talked about what they need to do to beat the Broncos in the rematch.
I think as a team we can definitely work better at starting quicker and not giving them those runs that they got their momentum on, and really working on stopping the middle attack and just being ready to be aggressive and run things down and not let any balls drop and just all out energy. It's revenge time.
I think we did play together and played well, but if each one of us individually just does like one more good thing, one more support to a teammate or something like that, that can really help us. And that's what it came down to. I mean, those 2 points in the end, we can do better and go get them.
The cross-country team competes this Friday up in Seattle for the NCAA West Regionals as they come off their 4th consecutive West Coast Conference Championship, led by Ava Kirkova's first-place finish. Here at Don's TV, we talked with head coach Helen Lehman-Winters, and she previews the big weekend for her team.
We're heading back up to the Pacific Northwest. We'll be competing at Thomas Jefferson Golf Course up in Seattle. Obviously this is what we wait for all season long, and looking forward to battling all the teams in the West region.
And what do you do coming off of the conference championships just a bit ago? How do you stay focused, and what is your training like as you're getting ready for this next step? Obviously you don't want to be pushing too hard, but you want to stay ready as well.
Well, in the past years, we've had our conference championships at Crystal Springs, which is a really hilly, demanding course, and so it's taken us about a week to kind of recover from that, and then we'd be up against the regional meet in another week. This year, after competing up in Portland on a pretty easy, fast, flat course, it was great to come back and actually get in a good solid week of training last week, and then also another good session today before we head up to NCAA regional. So it's a change from last year for sure. we were able to kind of capitalize on a little bit more quality training after conference, and then this week it's all about tuning up and getting ready for Friday.
What's the mood of the team right now? Is everyone loose and ready to go for the meet ahead?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, on both the men's and the women's side, I think we're more ready for the NCAA West region meet than we actually were for the conference meet. We had a great workout down in the park this morning on the inside of the polo fields, and it's a great 1,000-meter grass loop, and I think it was a perfect simulation for what we'll face up in Seattle on Friday. And yeah, they're excited, they're hungry, and ready to go out and represent and see what we're capable of doing.
The women's soccer team ended their season this past weekend up in the Northwest against the Portland Pilots as they say so long to 3 senior players, Megan Connor, Barrett Bestard, and Kelly Farrell. The men's basketball team closed out their exhibition campaign with a nice 94-57 win over UNC Pembroke this past Monday on the Hilltop inside One Memorial Gym. Cole Dickerson had 24 points, 10 rebounds, his second double-double in the preseason, and also a nice game for transfer Deanne Parker, who poured in 18 points on 7 for 10 shooting. The Dons geared up for real this Friday, their season opener against Stanford at Oracle Arena. That's an 8 o'clock start. That game will be televised on Pac-12 networks and also carried live on radio on 95.7 The Game. The women's basketball team hosted an exhibition game this past Friday here on the Hilltop as they rolled past Missouri Southern 72-40, led by Mel Cloak, who poured in 16 points and dished out 5 assists. And along the front line, Alicia Scafidi with 13 points and 7 rebounds in a convincing Dons win. They now get ready for their regular season opener this Friday against Hawaii, a 7 o'clock start right here at One Memorial Gym. That'll do it for another edition of This Week in Dons Athletics. Be sure and join us each and every Wednesday for a new episode right here on USFDons.com. I'm your host, Pat Olson. Thanks for watching, and go Dons!